This module will focus on wiring the ERCES, power supply, batteries, and alarms using Bi-Directional equipment. Bi-Directional offers different BDAs for the US market and one for Canada. The Guardian B BDA is a Class B BDA that offers both half-watt and 2-watt options with a maximum output power of 27 dBm and 33 dBm respectively. It can be wired as normally open or normally closed depending on the requirements of the BBU and annunciator you are implementing. The Guardian A BDA is a Class A BDA that offers 90 dB of gain and 2 watts of maximum output power. This BDA can also be wired as normally open or normally closed depending on the requirements of the BBU and annunciator you are implementing. It is also programmable with specific frequency channels via its graphic user interface called Sentry. Tower IQ also offers the Guardian UHF, which improves coverage for public safety UHF network frequencies. FCC Class A and Class B, as well as simplex, half-duplex, and full duplex options are available. As seen in this diagram, the BDA is connected to a battery backup, dedicated annunciator, and ultimately the FACP. While the dedicated annunciator does not need to be in the same room as the BDA and BBU, the BDA and BBU do need to be on their own dedicated branch circuit for AC power. It is important to note that annunciators are not always required. As with any ERCES installation, it's imperative to comply with the local AHJ's requirements and know what codes and standards they have adopted. Your estimated labor for your first few installs will likely be on the high side, so these figures should help you budget properly. BDA, BBU, and annunciator estimations include time to mount, wire, and install conduit for component connections. After the panels have been mounted to the wall, you can install the batteries for the battery backup. Make sure the BBU is set to 12 volts or 24 volts depending on the BDA it is supplying. Abide by all manufacturer specifications and instructions in the user manual when wiring the batteries. Different manufacturers have different methods of connection. When wiring your ERCES for AC power, make sure the dedicated breaker is powered off to prevent injury to yourself and the panels alike. AC power should not be activated until all connections have been made and verified that they comply with the manufacturer's instructions. Improper wiring could cause damage to the BDA and BBU. The Bi-Directional has multiple ways to wire annunciators to alert when alarms are triggered from the BDA and BBU. The first method is to wire each individual alarm to the annunciator directly. Bi-Directional panels will be wired to the normally open contacts. It is also paramount that you install resistors as displayed here for both unused terminals as well as the connections from the BDA into the annunciator. Alarms that need to be wired from the BBU per code compliance are charger failure, loss of AC power, and low battery power. Alarms from the BDA will be the VSWR or antenna failure alarm, BDA failure or RF summary alarm, and system component failure alarm. Here you can see the wiring layout to also include the active system component malfunction alarm from the BDA. 16 to 22 AWG solid or stranded FPLP is recommended, but once again, ensure the resistors are installed correctly as well. The Bi-Directional annunciator has multiple ways to integrate to alarm monitoring points. In this diagram, you can see that each alarm can be wired to its own PAD 100 SIM module as a normally open connection. If the HJ allows, you can wire the annunciator to a supervisory single-point monitor instead of individual modules for each alarm. It is also possible to forego the dedicated annunciator altogether and connect the BBU and BDA to individual PAD 100 SIM modules. As with any ERCES installation, the HJ ultimately has the final say as to how they would like the alarms to be wired and monitored, so be sure to verify your plans with them. If you want to monitor the ERCES as a complete system instead of individual points, you can connect all alarms together and have a single PAD 100 SIM module monitor both the BBU and BDA. Annually, the batteries and power supplies shall be tested under load for a period of 1 hour. Additionally, each required supervisory monitoring signal shall be tested and shown in proper working order. When completing your permit submittal, the HJ will likely require secondary power calculations, so make sure those are included in your submittal. Thank you for watching this module on BDA and BBU wiring. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to our support teams or examine the datasheets and manuals on our website.